What was NATO's role after the Cold War? Have you ever wondered how NATO changed after the Cold War? The end of this era brought a major shift in NATO's mission and focus. Originally, NATO was formed as a military alliance to counter the Soviet Union and its allies. With the collapse of the Soviet bloc, NATO found itself without a clear military adversary. This led to a transformation in its role and objectives. After the Cold War, NATO became more than just a military alliance. It evolved into an organization that aimed to maintain political stability and promote liberal democratic values among its member states. This included supporting market economies and collective security. NATO sought to uphold and spread these principles, especially in Eastern and Central Europe, where countries were transitioning from communist rule to democracy and capitalism. In practical terms, NATO's mission shifted significantly. It moved from defending against a specific military threat to protecting the common interests and political values of its members. This meant offering security guarantees to former communist countries as an incentive for them to adopt democratic reforms. NATO also aimed to expand its membership to include these nations, creating a community of market democracies. NATO's influence extended beyond Europe as well. It engaged in military operations in places like Afghanistan, reflecting a broader interpretation of security challenges. This shift illustrated how NATO was adapting to new global realities. By doing so, it acted as an instrument of Western capitalist powers, particularly the United States, to maintain and extend their influence and access to markets. From a socialist viewpoint, NATO's role after the Cold War can be seen as a continuation of imperialist policies. While NATO positions itself as a defender of democracy, critics argue that it often upholds capitalist interests. The expansion of NATO and its military interventions have been viewed as attempts to encircle and contain Russia and other nations that resist Western dominance. Additionally, NATO's actions have sometimes supported right-wing political forces within member countries. This reflects a broader capitalist crisis and the need to control opposition to militarism and economic inequality. Thus, NATO's post-Cold War role became less about collective defense against a rival superpower and more about maintaining a capitalist world order. In summary, NATO's transformation after the Cold War highlights its dual role. It presents itself as a promoter of peace and democracy while also securing the interests of Western imperialism. This evolution reveals the complexities and contradictions in NATO's mission in the post-Cold War world.